So before we go into the part 2 of this end-to-end project, please kindly subscribe to this channel so that if I cross 1000 subscribers, we will be getting the community tab, so that before I am going to upload the new projects, I will be giving you the information regarding the uploading of the project in the community tab in the form of images. So kindly subscribe to that, and if you want to comment any doubts, you can comment in the below section. So let us speak about this. So in the previous video, that is part 1 of end-to-end msbi project, we have executed the SSIS package which comes under the SSAS developer. So those what we did, we have converted the Excel and CSV files to the database files. So that link I have given in the description. If anybody didn't watch it, you can watch it, and the playlist of this entire project I have given in the iCard. Before we go into the part 2, please subscribe to this channel. So the prerequisites will be, so Microsoft SQL Server 2019, Visual Studio 2019 with installed data tools of the msbi. So we know that SSIS is an ETL package, that is extract, transform, load, whereas SSAS is an OLEP, online analytical processing, so OLEP tool, and SSRS is an reporting tool. Before Power BI, so they used to use these three things along with the SQL Server. But if you use the Power BI, all these things you can use at a single place, more flexible to work, and time consumptions will be reduced. So that is the only difference between that one and this one. And in the Power BI, we can store in the cloud. So here, before we go into the part 2, so what we are going to do is, in the first part, we have converted the Excel and CSV files into database files and stored in the SQL Server. And in this part 2, we utilize the SSAS, that is SQL Server Analytical Server, and we can extract the data tables from the SQL Server which are converted, and we shall form some relations between the tables in order to use them in the reporting server for beautiful reports. So for that one, we need to go into the SQL Server, and we need to connect to the database engine. So this is the database engine we will be connecting, so that I have shown you. And after that, we need to go into the SSAS also, that is analysis services. So this is the analysis services we have connected. So I will be showing you again. So before that, we need to create a new, so we need to open this Visual Studio 2019 with SSAS data tools installed. So once you open that one, this window will be opened. So here generally you will be having two types of models in SSAS. One is the multi-dimensional model and other one is the tabular model. Now I am going to show you the tabular model project. So for that one, so click on new project. So new project will be opened. So analysis services tabular project, if you click on that one, so it prompts to next. So I am going to give this one as SSAS project 1 as the name. So after that, create. So already I have opened one, no? So that I am going to save that one. This one won't be shown to you while you are opening the project for the first time. So this window, tabular model design window, will be opened. So if you are having configured workspace server, so configuring workspace server requires some knowledge, so depending on the compatibility, etc. So rather than that, I am going to use the integrated workspace. So whenever you open a new project, every time the integrated workspace will be created, but those things won't be saved into that workspace. So at that time of instance only you will be using that one. So click OK. So now it is going to create the project. So till relations I will be showing, and in the part 3 I will be showing how to create the beautiful reports using this SSAS. So this is the window open. So here you will be having Solution Explorer with the model.bim and references, and below you will be having tabular model with all these things. So this is a tabular model. So what we need to do is that we need to firstly connect the data source. So click on the data sources, right click, import from data source. So these many options of data sources will be displayed. If you want to load from Excel file, as you can, CSV you can, as similar to the Power BI, but here I am going to use the Microsoft SQL Server. Click next. So depending upon the server name you can use, but I am going to use dot now for right now. So if you click here database, so in the previous SSIS we have created a database, data analytics. In those we have integrated the tables, right? So that database only I am going to use. So if anyone not viewed that video, so in the description is part 1. So test connection, so test connection succeed. Next, so here you need to select the service account. So if you are having spet and privileges you can use that also, but I am using my service account which is having credentials of the current user. So after that, so here two options will be there: select from a list of tables and write a query. If we write a query, from the query you can load the tables individually, but only one query can be executed. So if you give in the second line another query, it won't be accepted. Only very first one will be accepted, but that I will be showing you now. So this will be useful for us. So if you click on first one, select from a list of tables. So in the data analytics data source, the tables what we have integrated, all those tables will be visible to you. So I am going to select the fact table or else data. I am going to select a SR table. I am going to select the P1 table. So only these three tables. So because these three tables can be formed relation very easily already in the data there were. So finish. So see here, these three tables are going to load to the data. So this one. So right. So this is the thing. So now close this one. So close this one. So it will be closed. So see here. So see here. So three tables: all files data, P1 table, SR table. So firstly we need to connect to the SSAS server in the SQL Server Management Studio. So for that one what we need to do is, so click, because we have gone through the integrated server. So first click on model.bim, go to the properties. So copy. Every time this will be localhost will be changed if you are using the integrated server. Only copy option will be available for you. No more editing option will be there for that local server. So copy that one. Again come to the Solution Explorer, right click, properties. So here paste that one. Okay, deployment server that is. So now we need to connect to analysis services with that name. So this is the previous one. So that is exhausted. So see here, this one I have copied and pasted here, that localhost one. So connect to that one. So now if you look at here, so see here, you are going to have, so databases. So you won't be having any database, but only the localhost 51186 server, that is analysis server, has been showing here. So if you want to look at the databases, so if you click here, so this is the database, because we have not deployed anything right now, only the tables we got here, all files data, P1 and SR. So this is the thing we need to connect to the SSAS server from the SSAS data tools. This is data tools and this is the management studio of SQL server. So now first thing is, if you look at the bottom, so this is the data shown window. So this is the diagrammatic shown window, that is modeling of relationships that you know in the Power BI. So those will be automatically formed in the Power BI, but not here. So this is the facts table. So generally you will be having two types of schema. One is the snowflake schema and other one is the star schema. So the difference between the star schema and the snowflake schema is that in the star schema, this is one dimension table. For example, this is one dimension table, this is fact table. So this dimension table will be directly connected to the fact table, and this dimension table also will be directly connected to the fact table. There won't be any link between one dimension table to other dimension table, that is star schema. If you talk about the snowflake schema, there will be a relation between one dimension table to the other dimension table, from that dimension table to the fact table, indirect link. So that is the difference between snowflake and star schema. So star schema is the accurate one to connect. So let us drag and give the connectivity to form the relationship. So here, if you look at this thing, here you are having product ID, here you are having product ID. If I try to connect this one, it will be showing you error, because the relationship cannot be created, because each column contains duplicate value. Select at least one column that contains only unique value. So here, so this table is having product IDs with the duplicate values, but in this it is not having. So similar here also, sales rep ID to sales rep ID, if I try to connect, so it is connecting. Because why it is connecting? Because there are no duplicate values here. So what I need to do, I need to remove these duplicate values of that product ID column here. So for that one, what we need to do is, so delete this table, or only select one column. So what I will be doing is, I will be deleting this table from the model, and I will be clicking on the import from data source again, Microsoft SQL Server. So dot I am going to give. So what is the data source database name? Data analytics, test connection succeed. Next, service account. So now I am going to write a query. So in order to remove that duplicates, that is by, see here, that is by removing, that is by using the distinct keyword here. So if you click here, see, come to the database, original database. So new query. So see here, in the databases we are having data analytics database, right? So data analytics, those that we have integrated before. So this is the thing. So I'm going to the main database engine. So in the tables we need to go. So columns. So in the P1 table, because we have removed the P1 table here. So if you look here, all files data is there, SR data is there, those are connected, but that is not connected due to the duplicate values. So now I am going to expand the columns of the P1 table that I have loaded to there. So all the table columns will be on. So product ID. So what I will be doing is, select star from. So this is the thing. So if I execute this one, so it's showing error, invalid object name. right? What is the problem here? So select star from this one, execute. So select DBO. So from that, select top 1000 rows. I'm going to select. So these are the 1000 rows, first 1000 rows, but only 13 rows were there. So in that, if you look at the product ID here, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 11, no duplicates were there. But after 10, 7 is repeating and 10 is repeating. Those are duplicate values. So relationships in the msbi or Power BI doesn't allow the duplicate value. So for that one, what we need to do is we need to select only distinct values. So for that purpose, what I am doing is select, I'm writing a query, select distinct. So as it is in the P, so select distinct. Rather than what I will be doing is, I will be removing this one, I will be removing this top, and I will be making this as a distinct. Now, so if I execute this one now, see the duplicates won't be there, only 11 will be there now. So see, these are the things. So 7 and 10 which are repeated were removed. So what I am going to do is now I am going to copy this statement and I am going to paste here. So validate. So the SQL statement is validated. Finish. So now see, a new table will be formed. So 11 rows transferred. So because we should not be modifying the data which is given from the actual file. We need to take a copy from that, but we should not be changing the original file. So they won't be allowing also, and they won't be giving you the permission also. Now product ID to product ID, a relation will be formed. One to many. So this is how you form the relationship. So you have formed the relationship here. I will be going into the data plane. So now what I will be doing is I will be renaming this one to P1. So see here, the table name has been changed. So now if you look at the tabular model, so here the tables were 3, and in that P1 you are having these many columns. So each and everything will be displayed there. So here you are having, so relationships also formed here. The relationship from all files data to P1, all files data to SR, 2 relationships were there. So there were no measures. So if you want to create some new measures, so this, if you look at here, you can drag up to here. So this entire darkened place is for the measure, similar to the Power BI, and this one is the calculated column. So if you want a new calculated column, so select that one, equal to, and write the query. And if you want to write a new measure, select at a place and click equal to and write that query. So now what I want to do is I am going to form a new thing, that is I want to add the retail price plus a standard cost, that is added column. So sum I am going to sum of retail price and standard cost. I am renaming the column. So rename. So now if I select this one and made equal to, so these two things I need to add. So click here and plus click here. So press enter. You will be getting the sum of each and every row. So 23.95 plus 7.54. So similarly here. So if you want the total of these things, so I am going to use a measure. That means, for example, wait, I will be showing you here. So here, if I want to use the total of this one, so equal to, so this is the measure I am going to write. Sum of, so see here, what is the new column we got here? Sum of retail price and standard cost. Those totals at a single value I need. So that is nothing but measure. Single value. Single value means measure. Multiple values means calculated column. So see here. Yes. So you got a measure as 451.4. That is the total of all these things. Okay. So if you go to the tabular model, so you are having a measure here. So now I am going to rename it. So you can rename it. So as, see, total. So total is 451.4. And so if I use the sumx measure, so that also you can do. So that is using is equal to sum max of. So we need to consider table. So the table name is P1. So P1, comma expression is what we need to do. So we need to use a retail price plus a standard cost. For example, so if I click here, so same thing we got here. Same thing we got here. So now if I use this same measure, so what is the thing? So if I use the same measure, the same formula, and if I form a new column, so see here. So all these things will be replaced with the 451.4. So all these things will be replaced with the 451.4. Why I am doing this? Because I want to do the division, that is a percent. I want to find the percentage of that calculation, which will be having numerator as the sum of this retail price and standard cost, and denominator as the total of that sum of retail price and standard cost. So this is the total, and these are this is the individual sum. So in order to do that one, select a new column and equal to, so select the sum divided by calculated column. So if I press enter, so this much I am getting, but I want a percentage. So for that one, what we need to do? Brackets star 100. So now it will be converted to percentage. So 6.9 percentage, 8.66 percentage, those things we need to do here. So here, what I am going to do is, now you select this one, so you will be having So these are this is how you form a calculated column and measures in SSAS. So that is for analytical purpose. And so after everything has been finished, so these are the things you got here now. So you need to deploy this entire thing to the required thing. So for that one, go to the solution explorer, right click on that and build first. Build succeeded, and again right click on that one, deploy. So see here, all these things including the metadata of the deployment will be loaded. So see here, so those are loaded to SSAS server what we have connected previously. So see now, all those things will be coming to here. See here, SSAS project 1. So including the measures, including the tables, those things has been successfully deployed there. So if you want to write a new DAX from the SQL, so you can do that one. MDX means it is multi-dimensional expression. So if you are using the multi-dimensional model of SSAS, you will be doing that one. For a tabular model, you will be using the DAX there. So this is how you save or you do the analytical process of that data from the SQL server we have extracted in the part 2. And in the part 3, I am going to use this data to the what we call that is reporting server, and I will be showing the visualization. So please kindly subscribe to this one, so that if it reaches 1000 subscribers, you will be getting a community. Thank you so much.